What's up, 10 Scale Squad? This is another one of those videos that's kind of your fault. We created this awesome Injora Jeep body and made it look patinaed like it was sitting under a tree for 30 years. And then I asked you what I should do with the body. Now, it is a crawler body, but I kind of wanted to do something different with it. Like maybe put it on a short course chassis, but you guys insisted, no, it has to be a crawler. So that is exactly what we did. Well guys, here it is. So I figured I would stick with the Injora brand since they already make a chassis that's pretty much made for this thing, rather than going out and buying like a Traxxas TRX4. I've already got one of those, or a Red Cat like Gen 7 or Gen 8, got one of those. I really wanted to do the independent front suspension and solid rear axle, but this chassis without the wheels, just as a slider, was only like 130 bucks. And then I scored these wheels and tires, which I think look so nice. And the color is kind of like a throwback to the original color of the body before we went bonkers with it. So there are 35 screws on each wheel and tire that I had to assemble myself. So tons of Loctite. It was a little tedious. And then it was actually time to fit the body. The Injora comes with these body mounts that are actually screwed to the body, and then you screw them to the chassis. So this thing is hard mounted. No body clips, no magnets, nothing like this. To get the body off, it requires a 2mm hex driver. So I know that they make magnetic body mounts just for this kind of application, and I ordered some, but of course, you know, they're not here yet. So I figured I would give these solid body mounts a try. And yeah, it's kind of a pain that you have to use a screwdriver, but honestly, I mean, this thing isn't going anywhere. The chassis itself has some good features, but the reviews were a little mixed. The front bumper is plastic, but that's actually okay with me because plastic seems to slide across rocks a little bit easier. And if you ever want to upgrade this, I mean, everybody and their brother makes bumpers for these things. The shocks on this chassis, they leave a little something to be desired. They're oil filled, but they're not super long travel. They're really skinny. They're non-adjustable. At least, I don't know, they might be adjustable, who knows. But they're kind of wimpy. So let's take a closer look at the electronics of what's in this thing, because it actually came with, just watch this. Now this chassis does come with a motor, but that is really about it. The motor in question here is a 540 brushed motor, and this is a 35 turn, so it should give us plenty of torque for crawling over bits. So for electronics, we are going to be using this Tactic servo. This is actually from my Axial Wraith Spawn. For a radio system, we are going to be using my Spektrum transmitter. So I got a 3-channel, or is it a 2-channel? So I got a little Spektrum receiver. Obviously, I'm paying the Spektrum tax on that, but I really wanted to use it with my DX5 Rugged. So, you know, that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. For an ESC, we've got a brushed motor, so I'm gonna have to use a brushed ESC. So I got a bunch of brushed ESCs laying around, stuff that I've pulled out of other rigs. So I went and found one that had a drag brake setting, and good enough. We're gonna throw that thing in here. So now that it's all put together and looking awesome, it's time to take it out and break it. So as far as speed goes, I mean, it's not bad. This is on 2S. Turning radius, yeah, it leaves something to be desired. But overall, I mean, it's not bad. All right, so this is actually a really steep hill. I mean, it's hard to tell on video, but it's pretty steep. And there's lots of like dirt and mud and rock and dogs, dirty dogs. This is a good test for just about anyone. Let's see how she do. So I guess the one good thing about this truck is, you know, if I roll it, if it gets filthy, nasty, dirty, like it's scratched up, it doesn't matter. It'll just make it look even more realistic, I guess. Oh, easy, nice. I might be kind of screwed here. That is quite the angle. So what do? Do we turn away from it or into it? Turn into it? Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Keep it out of the drink, that'd be okay. Yes. Yes. Drag brake. It's about all that drag brake can do to keep it from rolling back down the hill. Come on, up and over. Power. Oh, now I'm high centered. Power. Yeah, we're through. Can I get back up the hill? It's a steep one. Come on. Might have to hop a little bit. Not bad considering those tires are not super aggressive. And then straight up here. Come on. Gonna have to hop it. Come on, yeah! So the one nice thing about binding it with the Spektrum DX5 is it's really easy to drive one-handed. I love this transmitter. It's expensive, but awesome. This looks, is that loose? Oh, that is super loose. What? It's spinning freely. Okay, that one's good. Now, I suspect we maybe lost a drive pin. Luckily, Spektrum transmitter to the rescue again. I got this handy dandy little wrench holder thingy madoodle here. Just a drive pin. I think this wheel nut backed out just a little bit and allowed the drive pin to escape the hex, which is exactly what happened. Son of a gun. Three-wheel drive. Let's get back to it. Let's see how it actually does on the rocks here. Oh. You see, I had to actually trim the front bumper posts because they actually interfered with the servo. So I just took a Dremel and trimmed them down. That way I could push the bumper really close up to the truck to improve approach angle. And I mean, it's not bad. Oh no, how are we gonna do this? Turn away from it, turn away from it. Oh, crunch. Because a truck with such a ridiculous departure angle, you know, being that it's back halved, you know, it better have a good approach angle too. And our window is dangling in there. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. What do you think? It kind of looks cool without a window, huh? Now, through the crawler trail, I actually expected to do pretty good, but it does have 3-wheel drive at the moment, so yeah. There we go. We can at least get into the crawler trail. There we go. And I'm driving one-handed, but oh yeah. It's loving it. Just freak that stick. Oh yeah, absolutely eating it up. Oh, guys, it just developed a tick. And can you see what it is? Yeah, the freaking drive shaft's out of it. Not only is it out of it, I mean, it is just gone. Look at that. Gone. Drive pin is sheared on the input shaft. So now it's front wheel drive. What the heck? Yeah, front wheel drive. Well, at least it looks cool. What do you think, Lily? So it is a broken Jeep. That's something you don't see every, I don't know, 45 minutes. And the tires are up a little bit. Well, Lily, we broke it. Son of a gun. So, not the most robust crawler that I own by a huge margin. But luckily, drive shafts are pretty easy to get a hold of, and we can absolutely put some upgraded Johnnies on this thing. And as far as the drive pin, yeah, that kind of thing just happens. A little disappointing, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, first ever outing. So what should we do with this thing next? Should we upgrade the bejesus out of it? Should we turn it into something else? Maybe put a brushless system in it? Let me know down below. And if this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. I like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time. Got some wicked stuff coming up. You're gonna want to stick around. All right, guys, until next time. Chopping drive shafts out here. Chopping them. Daisy, what are you doing? Does that feel good? Oh, Lily wants some too. Is it poop? It better not be poop. What is that? What is that? Gross. You're gross dogs. And now you're filthy.